Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's Javon Ford and I am a cosmetic chemist. I've been working in the industry for the past 4 years, creating and formulating products for makeup artists, celebs, notable influencers, as well as mass and prestige brands. The reason I created this channel is because there's a lot of confusion going on around amongst consumers about what skincare products do, what are the certain ingredients doing in my product, are they safe, are they toxic, as well as how can I tell from a consumer perspective how to actually go out and decide whether a product will work for my skin type or not. So I'm here to teach you how to basically shop and look at skincare products from a chemist perspective or scientist perspective. Because at the end of the day, whether it's a toner, a moisturizer, a serum, an ampule, most skincare and even some makeup products are composed of 3 basic elements: a humectant, an emollient, and an occlusive. If you hear flapping, that's just my bird, Mercury, doing whatever. So first, we have the humectants. When you think of the word humectant, think of hydrating because the humectants are the water-binding ingredients. They literally work by pulling water from the atmosphere to your skin. The most common humectant in cosmetics is glycerin. After that, you have the glycols: propylene glycol, propanediol, butylene glycol, anything with the suffix diol or glycol. And last, but certainly not least, we have everybody's new fan favorite, hyaluronic acid, which works by absorbing up to 1,000 times its weight in water, which creates like this nice pumping effect. It's in a lot of anti-aging products. First point of confusion, there is a difference between the term hydrating and moisturizing. I've noticed a lot of oil serums and oil-based products use the term hydrating, and that's not the case. You can't hydrate without water. Case in point, look at any hydrating cleanser. If the second, third, or fourth ingredient isn't glycerin or glycol or propanediol, don't use it. It's not hydrating anything. Next, we have the emollients. So whereas the humectants are hydrating, the emollients are the moisturizing aspect because emollients are the main component of moisturizers. Emollients work by basically providing a glide and slip on the surface of the skin. The most common emollients are the natural oils like safflower, sunflower, even hemp seed oil, and the butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, as well as the silicones. Dimethicone being the most common, phenyltrimethicone being like the glossy stuff that makes dewy foundations dewy, methicone, which you see less often, and my personal favorite, the esters. So esters are kind of a recent development because they are like oils that can be absorbed by the skin. Silicones can't be absorbed, they're too big. However, unlike oils, they don't leave a greasy film because they have like a smaller molecular weight. Common esters are alkyl benzoate, isopropyl myristate. If you have oily skin, avoid that, and isopropyl palmitate. Esters are more common in oil-free products because if you have oily skin, you don't want to be slathering on a bunch of oils. However, if you have dry skin, try to look for a product with more natural oils or butters or even some silicones. However, I will say this. Oil-free does not mean oil-friendly. Like I mentioned, isopropyl myristate is in a lot of oil-free products because it's an emollient, but it will clog the hell out your pores, so I would avoid that if you have acne-prone skin. Last, we have the occlusives. So whereas the humectants hydrate and the emollients moisturize, the occlusive is there to basically keep that water inside. The occlusives are there to form a nice barrier, basically sealing in the moisture you've added to the skin. Common occlusives are mineral oil, petrolatum, some of the heavier silicones, as well as collagen. Another point of confusion is there's a belief that if you use a collagen-based product, your skin can produce more collagen. No. Collagen is a protein, and proteins are polymers. Basically, what is a polymer? Polymers are like long chains of molecules, meaning it is too big for the skin to absorb. That's how occlusives work. They are too big of a molecule, so they sit on the top of the skin and sit on the moisture. That doesn't mean you should go out and throw out all your collagen products. Instead, use the collagen as a way to seal in moisture. So if you have dry skin that doesn't produce enough sebum to basically lock in that moisture naturally, a collagen-based product would be great for you. However, if you have oily skin, look for like an oil-free product that has a polymer in it, like acrylates copolymer, dimethicone polymer. Basically, these are like the modern ways. They are very, very thin films that form like an occlusive layer on the skin, but they're thin enough that they don't clog your pores. Now we will take a look at a couple of products and analyze basically what it does and, does it do what it claims to do based solely off of the first 4 ingredients. Mercury. Nah. My little bird decided to join us. Say hi to the camera. Let's take a look at a popular oil-free moisturizer currently on the market, Neutrogena's Hydroboost Water Gel. So scrolling down the details, we can see it's oil-free, so it probably has esters or silicones to create that slip. It's fast absorbing, it's non-comedogenic, meaning it doesn't clog pores, and it's ideal for all skin types. Now under the ingredients, we can see the first four are water, dimethicone being that silky emollient, glycerin being the humectant, and dimethicone vinyl dimethicone cross polymer. Like I said, polymers are really large molecules, so 9 times out of 10 they're in skincare to form an occlusive barrier that basically keeps water in. And also polymers won't clog your pores like a lot of the heavier oils. However, do remember that oil-free does not necessarily mean oil-friendly. Some silicones, like I said, are small enough that can clog pores, so just have to know your skin and have to basically experiment. Now let's take a look at a hydrating gentle face cleanser by Roche-Posay. So under the ingredients, we have water, we have glycerin, so that lets you know it's definitely hydrating. And then you have something I'm not going to even pronounce, but look at the last few letters, the suffix 08. Like I said, 08 or 8 is the suffix used in organic chemistry to denote esters. So it's an ester. Esters are usually more on the oily side, so it's probably a milk, but it's a lightweight milk. So this is probably most suitable for people with normal, dry, and maybe combination skin. But if you have oily skin, you'd probably prefer a hydrating cleanser that only has the humectants, but not the emollient. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And until the next video, have a great day.